Today is June 28, 2024. Welcome to our pre-bidding conference. So before we start, may I request everybody to please stand for the prayer.
Let us put ourselves in the presence of the Lord. Our Heavenly Father, we offer you our thanksgiving. We thank you for everyone gathered here today to walk with you. May we ask you for your blessings and guidance so that the activities set for this undertaking be successful. We ask you to open our eyes to see the wonderful things from this activity. We ask that you open our ears so that we may retain the invaluable knowledge. Open our minds for us to think wisely. Put us with understanding, cooperation, and peace in fulfilling our responsibilities. Open our hearts so that we may receive your everlasting love, and open our spirit so that we may know that you are with us all throughout the day. We ask all this in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
Okay, so before we will have the discussion of the one for the goods and one for the infra, so we will call the attendance first. We have a back chairperson, Manolo B. Madrono Jr., who's online. Morning po, sir. Okay. Vice back chairperson, yours truly, Jeremiah Gabuya. We have a back member, Maria Dolores B. Salazar. Then for the back secretariat, we have Jerome R. Padraque, Arnel A. Branzuela, Fritz Andrew Asignar, Winmar R. Pilenia, Sarabel Sulib, and Raymond Mateo. For the TWG, we have TWG head Christian Felices, Francis Cañete, Kenny Luis Mansueto. We also have Alan M. Yaon Jr., then Reynaldo B. Padillo, and Corazon J. Amogis. Okay, so we don't have NGO for today. And from the construction firm, we also don't have okay, we don't have representative for today physically, but probably through online. Okay, so I will now turn over you to our engineers for the discussion of the two projects.
Okay, good morning, everyone. To this pre-bid, we'll present project titled Repaired/Maintenance of DILG Building, Regional Office 7, Main Building, Sudlon, Barangay Lahug, Cebu City. The project category is repair and maintenance with allocation 1.2 million and with 90 calendar days duration. The project is 24 HH 0123, repair maintenance of the DILG building, regional office 7, main building, Sudlon, Barangay Lahug, Cebu City. Okay. Open with Adobe, sir. DILG, Sudlon, Lahug. Sudlon, Lahug plan. Here's the perspective of the project and the actual photos which need to be repaired. This is the actual site photo below the perspective. Next. The bill of quantities with corresponding target scope of works and itemized with item number E.1.1 parenthesis 6, provision of combined field office, laboratory, and living quarters building for the engineer, rental basis. And item A.1.1 parenthesis 15, operation and maintenance of the temporary field office, laboratory, and living quarters building for the engineers with 3 months duration. And the B.3, the permits and clearances. The B.5, project billboard and signboard. B.7, parenthesis 1, occupational safety and health office health program. B.9, mobilization and demobilization. B.24, general scaffolding and shoring. The 801, parenthesis 1, removal of structures and obstructions. The 1004, parenthesis 2, the finishing hardware, lump sum. 1003, parenthesis 2, B3, the wall 12 mm fiber cement board on metal frame. And 1032, parenthesis 1A, painting works, masonry concrete. And roof framing, item number 1014, parenthesis 1, B2, pre-painted metal sheets, rib type, long span. The item 1047, parenthesis 8, the structural steel roof framing with corresponding quantities. Our roof framing plan, which also needs repairs. We see on the details the installation of turnbuckles there. On the front elevation, we have the application of the two coats. Lower, sir. Lower, sir. Katong na babaw, sir. Ano yun? Babaw. Bali. Kana, sir. Ito, sir. Babaw na, sir. Babaw gamay. Katong na label, sir. Babaw. Bubos. Kana, sir. Kanang kwan. I-highlight application sa nara ubos, sir. Pababaw gamay. Kana. No, the application with two coats of cementitious waterproofing and steel frame parapet wrapped with fiber cement board applied with 2 coats of flexible inches waterproofing and elastomeric paint. Yeah. Here is our front elevation. Our application of molding, the column molding and the beam molding, with corresponding quantities. Think more on the front elevation only. Need to be applied by molding and painting works. Babaw sir. Wala sir. Babaw pa. Next sir. Next. Okay. Here's the detail of our molding. We have shown the perspective view. The perspective view is the beam molding, and the section 2 is the column molding with corresponding dimensions. Next sir. Our installation of DPWH billboards. That is our details. Next year. The details of our COA billboards also. We have the details on the plan. Next year. We have on the last page, last sheets, we have the construction safety measures. That is our signage. That's all.
Hello, good morning everyone. For the contract ID 24 CCDEO 0049 with a PR number of 24-06-018 purchase of 105 unit, illuminated plastic barrier and one other item for the road safety and maintenance roadside workers, Cebu City. For the description, it is the construction materials and supplies. For the ABC, with the ABC of 4,837,300 with a contract duration for service 30 days. For the specification of this material, for the illuminated plastic barrier with a quantity of 105, with the dimension, the length is equivalent to 1,200 mm or 3 feet, and the width for 450 mm with a height of 900 mm. The material is made of plastic with a color of yellow. Illuminated, LED color is amber. The power source is solar. The battery is rechargeable with 2000 mAh 12 volts. With the IP rating of IP63 with a weight of approximate 10.23 kilogram. It is linkable. Next, for the illuminated plastic bollard with a quantity of 100, the dimension, base diameter is 400 mm, pole diameter is 100 mm, and with a height of 1,370 mm with 2.5 meters. The material is made of plastic with a color of yellow. It is illuminated. The LED color is also amber. Light action is flashing. The power source is made of solar. The battery it is rechargeable with equivalent of 1,900 mAh 12 volts. The IP rating is IP63 with a weight of approximate 6.5 kilogram. It is linkable. To be eligible to bid for this contract, a supplier must meet the following major requirements. Letter A, registration certification from SEC, Department of Trade and Industry or DTI for the sole proprietorship or the CDA for cooperatives. Number 2, mayor's business permit issued by the city or the municipality where the principal place of business, the prospective bidder, is located or equivalent document for exclusive economic zones or areas. Number 3, the tax clearance per Executive Order 398 Series of 2005 as finally reviewed and approved by the BIR. Number 4, it must be Filipino citizens or 60% Filipino-owned partnership or corporation. Number 5, completion of a similar contract costing at least 50% of the ABC. And number 6, the net financial contracting capacity or the NFCC at least equal to the ABC or the LEO of the NFCC computation, a committed line of credit or CLC specific to the contract to bid from the universal or commercial bank. And lastly, the DPWH will use non-discretionary pass or fail criteria in eligible check, preliminary examination of bids, evaluation of bids, post-qualification, and awards. That's all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Engineer Yaon and Engineer Daan, for the discussion. So we have already discussed, or it was already stated by Engineer Yaon with respect to the reminders for during the bidding for the goods. So we will now have the voiceover for the reminders on the submission of documents for the infrastructure projects. Josh?
Once again, information for the bidders. For the documents to be submitted, these following requirements: A, eligibility documents uploaded and maintained current and updated in the PhilJeps. Bidders are required to submit their PhilJeps certificate of registration during bid submission. Next, if ang bidder is not enrolled in CWA, the bidder must attach validated PCAB license and registration, statement of all ongoing and completed government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, whether or not similar in nature and complexity to the contract to be bid within the period provided in the bidding documents, given emphasis as per Department Order number 36 Series of 2615. For this, strong emphasis is given to this matter since this will be strictly revalidated and checked upon during the detailed bid evaluation. Non-compliance of this is subjected for sanction per DEO number 17 Series of 2015 under the 3-strike policy report. Next, statement of single largest completed contract or SLCC similar to the contract to be bid at least 50% of the ABC. Net financial contracting capacity or NFCC computation and statement of total assets and liabilities. Next is the mayor's permit or business permit must be present. Tax clearance, audited financial statement, duly received by BIR at least 2 years from bidding date, income tax return or ITR. Next is for DTI for sole proprietorship and CDA for cooperatives. For a corporation, there should be a secretary's certificate or board resolution duly notarized indicating the authorized and designated signing official. Next, JVA, if applicable, which requires special PCAB license and registration with percentage of 2 contractors. For the bid security, the contractor can choose among the applicable forms of bid security which the duration is 120 calendar days per RA 9184. The bidder shall submit a bid security declaration or any form of bid security in an amount not less than the required percentage of the ABC in accordance with the following schedule. Cash or cashier's check issued by the Universal of Commercial Bank, which is 2%. Now, bank draft guarantee or a revocable letter of credit issued by a Universal or Commercial Bank, provided, however, that it shall be confirmed and authenticated by a Universal or Commercial Bank if issued by a foreign bank, which is 2%, surety bond upon demand issued by a surety or insurance company duly certified by the Insurance Commission as authorized to issue such security, which is 5%. Any discrepancy in the amount, even a centavo, means non-compliant. If the validated exceeds 120 calendar days, the contractor should renew and submit a new bid securing declaration or BSD, considering that all legal, technical, and financial documents should still be valid during award. Number 4, bid security in prescribed form for the amount and validity period. For project requirements, the bidders should attach the organizational chart for the contract to be bid, including the list of contractors' key personnel to be assigned to the contract with their complete qualification data and affidavit of commitment to work on the project of the contractor's key technical personnel, which there must be no duplication of key functions wherein assignments of several projects of key personnel is strongly discouraged because it was found out that some contractors have one project engineer with multiple ongoing contract projects. The 5 key technical personnel must have experience similar to the contract project to be bid at least 50% of ABC, or as follows: project manager is not necessary, a licensed civil engineer. However, the experience should have minimum of 5 years experience of same position and 3 years experience of similar position. Project engineer must be duly licensed civil engineer, should be current and updated with a minimum of 5 years experience of same position, 3 years experience of similar position. For the materials engineer, must be a licensed civil engineer with minimum of 5 years experience of same position, 3 years experience of similar position, duly DPWH accredited materials and quality control engineer. Foreman with minimum of 5 years experience of same position and 2 years experience of similar position. For the safety and health officer with a certificate duly accredited by DOLE as safety officer. The bidder should have a safety officer 3 or SO3 regardless of amount and category, wherein the requirements and appointment, designation, and job description as safety officer. If the company doesn't have a safety officer, they should attach a pledge of commitment to undertake trainings for 48 hours. Additional info, they were advised not to manufacture the experience of their key technical personnel just to suit with the requirements. All the licenses and credentials of the key technical personnel must be current and updated. These attachments should be visible and have a clear copy. The BAC advised that the pledged project engineer for the project should not be conflicting with other projects, considering that the supervision will be difficult, and this is one of the reasons that will cause negative slippage. A project engineer can handle within the same jurisdiction but outside is quite questionable for his capacity to supervise. List of contractors, major construction, and lab equipment units owned, list or under purchase agreements must be supported by proof of ownership or lease or purchase and certification of availability of equipment from lessor vendor for project duration. Certification of minimum laboratory equipment duly certified by any DPWH office as per DEO number 80 series of 1990 and reiterated for strict compliance as per DEO number 138 series of 2015, DEO 11 series of 2017 to ensure that the said certification is current and updated, which has only 1 year validity and still subject for post-qualification. Construction Safety and Health Program per DO 129 series of 2014. The preparation of the Safety and Health Program is component of the technical proposal as per department order, of which the limitation is 1 safety officer within limited jurisdiction on the limits not exceeding 50 million. However, per project must have 1 first aider, and it is not necessary approved considering that this will be resubmitted if they will be awarded with the project. The compliance of Construction Safety and Health is now a law as per Republic Act 11058 dated August 2018. The safety officer 3 should be on site since this is one of the requirements during inspection of the personnel from DOLE. There will be a penalty if the safety officer is not around during the inspection of DOLE. The company should also conduct monthly, quarterly, yearly report as one of the OSH requirement in construction industry. The bidders were advised to prepare their own construction safety and health program. Now, for the omnibus sworn statement in the form, the omnibus sworn statement has 9 items. They should comply with a standard form wherein, in the absence of 1 item, it will be rated as failed. For the affidavit of site inspection, inspection of the project site is encouraged in order to validate the site prior to dropping of bids to avoid future problem, because the contractor has the responsibility to complete the project once awarded to them. For the financial proposal, this must be included also the bid form, the bid prices in the bill of quantities, detailed estimates including a summary sheet indicating the unit prices of construction materials, labor rates, and equipment rentals used in coming up with the bid. So mo na ang dapat sa inyong detailed no, naagid na diha ang materials, ang labor o ang material. Ang lamsam na to no, mo na atong gikuan pod before, di magid malikayan ang lamsam no, kay per item naaman ang lamsam. Usually nani sa mga building nga projects, makaduol lang gid mo sa planning, pwede mo mangayo og breakdown sa lamsam no, for kuan pod na siya for smooth implementation sa project no. So makaduol lagid mo unsay suod sa lamsam kay di man pare sa ubang item nga per square naa na dayo no, kay per square man lamsam compromise pa nagdaghan kay materials. So emphasize on the deadline of the May equipment pledged by the bidder. The bidder should in the submitted bid location of the equipment where they can be inspected. Ang atong DWG members kay mo inspect na sa inyong equipment pledge, no? If any piece of equipment is not in the specified location, then the bidder shall be post disqualified as per Department Order Number 9, Series of 2012. 10 calendar days upon receipt of the NOA or Notice of Award, the contractor must comply the following. Notice of award with a bidder signed for a joint venture, contractor's PCAB license, special joint venture license, and joint venture agreement. Performance security in any of the forms specified in the instruction of bidders. The performance security shall be in the amount not less than the required percentage of the total contract price in accordance with the following schedule. Cash or cashier's manager's check issued by a universal or commercial bank, which is 10%. Bank draft or guarantee or a revocable letter of credit issued by a universal or commercial bank, provided, however, that it shall be confirmed or authenticated by a universal or commercial bank if issued by a foreign bank, which is 10%. Surety bond callable upon demand issued by a surety or insurance company duly certified by the Insurance Commission as authorized to issue such security, which is 30%. No? So, ang sa inyong construction methods, kay naputay form, no, follow lang ta sa form. Ang construction schedule in the form of per CPM diagram or precedence diagram and bar chart with S-curve, cash flow, contractors all risk insurance or CARE to be submitted during the period required on the submission of the required documents in the award of contract. However, the effective date is on the effectivity of the contract. Latest income tax and business returns duly stamped and received by BIR and duly validated with the tax payments made. Tax clearance from the BIR to prove full and timely payment of taxes. For a local contractor, certification under oath stating that a contractor is free and clean of all tax liabilities. For a foreign bidder, for the summary.
Okay, so thank you very much. So I think that ends our pre-bidding conference. So good morning once again.